I thought we can probably get this session started. So if you guys at the back don't have much space, there's a lot more over here. Okay. Thank you again for coming for this charity screening and also for coming down to our post-screening discussion. My name is Karen again, and I'm the Acting Director for Asian Film Archive. And I would like to thank again, on behalf of the archive, all the people who have supported us. Cathay Films, Cathay Chris Films Private Limited, Film Gut Cineplex, Jack Investment Private Limited, Lighthouse Pictures, Nanyang Technological University, WikiLeaks School of Communication and Information, New York University Tisch School of the Arts Asia. And I would also like to say that the archive is very fortunate to have Mr. Apichatpong on our international advisory board. And he has been a huge proponent of film preservation, having worked with film archives and Cineplex all over the world. And we are very, very pleased that he is able to be here with us, and I'm sure all of you have lots of questions for him. So without further ado, I will throw the floor open for questions, and we can start the ball rolling. But before we do that, I think maybe Mr. Apichatpong might want to say a few words to everyone.
Thanks very much. It's really my honor and pleasure to be here. Sorry that I missed the opening, the introduction because of the rain and a little shopping. But anyway, you know, for me, this film is talk about my memories and about past film that I cherished when I grew up. But those films, many of them just stuck in my memory, but I couldn't see them again. So many of the scenes are only mood and only what I remember that I reconstruct from memory, because we have no prints, we have no old prints, and that's a shame, because more than 50% of Thai film has been lost, and for me it's really relevant to this event, this film. For me, film is like a dream. You know, when I watched the old film when I was young, when I think back, it's like vaguely like dream, not the real like book that you can reread. But cinema for me is to preserve and to collect these dreams of ours. And now again back to this preservation. When we want to have a old Thai film, we go to Hong Kong, and many of them are lost because the lab that kept all these old films were flooded, and most of the film were gone. And another place is in Japan, so we can get some important old film. And I hope, you know, and now in Thailand also we're starting to build from the government money to have a film center like a National Film Archive to expand and to have a better facility. And of course, I think with here, you know, we can collaborate and we just need to exchange know-how and to create a network that our dream is preserved for the next generation. Yeah, but of course, when we talk about dream, we have to talk about reality. In reality, when you make film, of course, you cannot. In some countries, you cannot express freedom, like total freedom. In Thailand too, in here too, I know. So the film is a historical record of what you can dream, you know, and what you cannot dream. So I think it's very valuable for the future generation, and to connect this old film of ours to their life in the future, to be able to create more, hopefully with more freedom. Yeah. for me, Singapore, what I know is Singapore is an air-conditioned city, and that there's millions of air-conditioned box, and if you just provide one box for the film to preserve it, that would be nice. And that the fact that you being here already show that you're aware of this urgency and you support this event. So I'd like to thank you all for coming, and thank you to the AFA and the Picture House and all other sponsors. And again, thank you for letting me share my dreams. That is quite, open. It's sometimes people say it's comedy, sometimes it's drama, politics. Yeah. So again, my pleasure.
Okay, so perhaps there might be any questions about to follow up on asking Apichatpong, any more about perhaps what his dream was, what he was trying to depict in the film. So if anybody wanted to, pick that up as a question, we can start from the floor. Oh, we have the question.
Well, I'm curious because what I love about the film is the structure of the film, in the sense that it follows whatever the illogic, of dream. The way that stories just start and they don't necessarily link. And I love particularly when you go back to the princess and the catfish and just how things sort of just happen without. I mean, I guess in a very Western sense, as filmmakers, we would sort of make links. We would say, oh, well, this connects with this, and the way that dream is often depicted, I think, rather ineffectively in cinema. So what I loved about it was the way that you structured it, and it felt to me much more like dream, the way that I experienced it.
Oh, thank you. For me, this film was pretty spontaneous reaction to memories of the place. Actually, my previous film always had a dedication to my love, my parents, and this film is for the land, for the northeast of Thailand. The whole film is spoken in dialect, northeastern dialect. Yeah, so when we show the film in Bangkok, we have to have a Thai subtitle. It's very specific. Yeah. And what I construct was on this view in cinema term. We have the traditional way, not digital way. Each reel is 20 minutes. And change the reel. And for this film, there are 6 reels. And each reel has different memory, different representation, style, even the sound design or acting and lighting also have a reference to what I remember. For example, the princess is from those royal costume drama that I watched when I was young. Yeah, and so the tone, the color changed. And in the dinner table is more like a studio horror film with very strong lighting, harsh lighting, and very stiff kind of acting. So this kind of thing. But again, I didn't go back to the archive, but I just pulled it out from memory.
Is it the same actress from Centrums and the Century? The woman? Can you talk a little bit about how you work with your actors and how I loved her performance? I felt completely connected with her. And can you talk about your process of how you work with your actors and the rehearsal process and articulating your vision to them? That's question 1. And then question 2 is how different is the film from the script on the page? What do your scripts look like?